Hello, I'm back. Gosh, it's September 9th already. Okay. I am drinking Java Mama, The Witch is Back. And this is pumpkin spice, allspice, and cinnamon. It is not available right now, but it usually comes back around this time. It had come back one other time earlier in the year, and that's why I got it. So I've had it twice. This is my second pack of it, and it's about halfway gone. I'm so hoping they bring it back because Java Mama is air roasted, green, and clean. And I even added some Ready Whip at the top, but of course it's gone now because it's almost, I'm almost done with my coffee. Today, first of all, I hope everybody's been seeing some good movies lately. I'm actually going to be talking about two today. And the reason why is because they have something in common. Two of one is one of my favorite actresses of all time. And this I'm going to be talking about, first of all, Goldie Hawn and Chevy Chase in Foul Play. If you have not seen this movie, it is so good. It's their first pairing when they were very, very young. And it's kind of like a Hitchcock movie, but it's comedy. But it does a lot with Hitchcock. It's a lot of people compare it to The Man Who Knew Too Much and She's the Girl Who Knew Too Much. I think I've seen that movie, but it's been too long ago. But this is where, if you haven't seen it, it is so funny and good, entertaining, and edge of your seat. Kind of spooks you. I remember seeing this as a kid on HBO, and it was 1978. I think my mom had already seen it in the theater, but I'm pretty sure it was 1978 that it was out. Now, Goldie Hawn is single, and people are on her about, oh, take a chance, meet somebody, Well, so what'd she do? She picks up a hitchhiker, and the guy's really nice. Come to find out, he's actually an undercover cop. And there's these bad people following him. So she gets mixed up in all of this. Chevy Chase is a cop. And then she calls 911 because she's attacked in her apartment by one of these guys. And he comes and they think she's crazy because she's giving it's the way she's doing this whole story about it's a man with a scar and an albino and the man with the scar was in the house. But I thought it was the albino, and he was going to attack me in the library. And I don't know. It just if you haven't seen it, it's kind of hard to explain. I just want to say, if you're looking for a good, entertaining movie, watch this. It is another, I wouldn't say hidden gem like Raggedy Man, but it's one I think that probably people maybe have forgotten about because when it was out, it was big. But this is awesome, and there's the back of it. They were both so young and nice looking. It's so funny. Oh, and up there, Dudley Moore. He has I wouldn't say small part, but he shows up throughout the movie. And he's so funny. He's so funny in this. So, highly recommended. It's rated PG. I don't think there's really anything bad in it that I can remember. No nudity, no, This gets 5 out of 5 coffees. I love this. I'm trying to think of some fun facts here. That it's in San Francisco. That's where it takes place. And I'm trying to think of this. Oh, Burgess Meredith is in it as her landlord. He's so funny. He karate chops him, It's so funny. So funny. So yes, and this is another one of theirs that's really good. Seems like old times. This was made after this one. I think this was like 1981, I want to say. And he plays her ex-husband. 1980, it says on the back. He plays her ex-husband. And she's married to Charles Grodin. And they've got this nice home. They're both lawyers. Her and Charles Grodin are both lawyers. And they're married. And it's a beautiful home. And then he ends up in trouble. Chevy Chase does. These two guys force him to rob a bank at the beginning of it. I don't know if anybody remembers this. And then he ends up going to her for help because She's the type that loves helping people, and you can see that at the beginning. She's a lawyer, but she gives, if there's somebody in trouble, she'll give them a job at her house. Either, and the kid that plays the chauffeur, I can't think of his name, or guy. He's so funny, and he's been in quite a few movies back then, but then I never heard of him again. He's so funny. But he plays the chauffeur. I want to say his name's T.K. Carter, if anybody knows that name. So funny. And he's the chauffeur, and then she's got another couple guys. She's got a Spanish gal being a Spanish woman being the housekeeper. So she gives them jobs because a lot of them are, I don't know, they get in trouble with the law, and she defends them, and then she'll give them a job to stay out of trouble. So she helps people, and he knew that, and he knew that and she also takes in a lot of stray dogs, which are so cute. But so he goes to her for help, but he ends up hiding in their house. It's so funny. This is a funny one. Very good. I don't know which one. I like this, but see on the back it says "Beware of the Dwarf," and that's what she kept saying, and that's why they thought she was crazy in this one. She kept telling Chevy Chase, the guy that she picked up at the hitchhiker, he just said "Beware of the dwarf" before he died. So she's going over going, "Beware of the dwarf, beware of the dwarf." But yeah, that's it. That's what this is. And this one is more of a romantic comedy, but it's so funny. I wouldn't say it's more romantic. It's more like, oh gosh, it's so funny. Like, she's trying to hide him from the police because he knows he's going to get in trouble because he was an ex-convict. And he doesn't think his story about being forced to rob a bank will hold up. And when he's forced to rob a bank, the camera took a picture of him. So the other guys are not pictured on surveillance, but he is. I don't know. This was back in 1980, but of course, it's so funny. And there's the back of it where he's under the bed. And Charles Grodin doesn't know he's under the bed. Having your ex-husband under the bed, yeah, that's not very good. So both of these are highly recommended, and if anybody has seen them, let me know what you thought. But this is one of my all-time favorites. I mean, they're both different. I can't really explain. They both get 5 out of 5 coffees for me. But like I said, Foul Play and Seems Like Old Times. Both of these are awesome, and these are the only 2 movies they did together, but they're so good together. In movies that I remember. I saw this was 1980. I saw this on my 10th birthday then, if this was 1980. Oh, I'm showing my age. I shouldn't have said that, but because I remember my mom saying, "What do you want to do on your birthday?" I was like, "I want to go see Seems Like Old Times with Goldie Hawn Chevy Chase." So this is the one we went and seen. We've seen other ones after that, but this was probably the best one we saw on my birthday, I think. But that's all for today. It's just so funny. Both these movies just put me in a good mood. So that's all for today. And see, spooky season's coming up. I'm going to start the spooky movies here in a little while. I don't know if I'll do it next week. I might, because fall's coming. And I want to get in as much talk about my spooky movies as I can. And I think I know which one I'm going to do first if I can find the DVD. I like to have the DVD to show it and, and talk about it. But, and this says on the back, this is one of Neil Simon's funniest comedies. If you don't know Neil Simon, he did The Goodbye Girl, which I love, with Richard Dreyfuss. I was going to talk about that one too sometime. That's a good one. I might do that because that's another one that was in the 70s that I grew up with. But these are good. Give them a try. Maybe you can get them on, I don't know if you can get them on Amazon Prime or Netflix or one of those. Have a great day, everybody. Watch a movie that puts you in a good mood like these two. And I will see you next week with another movie review. Take care.